Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol, talking about marriage, relationships, and getting what you want from them. And in this episode, I'm going to answer the question that many women have, which is, why is everything about sex to guys? Why are they so fixated on it? Why do they have to have it all the time? Why are they always thinking about it? And why is it just so freaking important to them? And why do they get so upset when they don't get it? So I hope I'm going to answer this question and make it a little clearer and, in a sense, get them a little more of a sympathetic understanding as to why this is. Essentially, when you're growing up as a boy, after a certain point, most of the expressions of love and affection and warmth that you get as a little kid seems to mysteriously vanish from your life some point right around puberty, and certainly by the time you're into being a teenager. Most boys don't really experience a great deal of physical affection compared to their sisters and female friends or whatever. And certainly by the time you're an adult, the average adult male receives really no expressions of warmth and affection and positive physical touch from anyone other than their primary romantic sexual partner. About the only other point of physical touch most guys get are handshakes with other men. Even maybe a hug from their mother once they're adults. But for a lot of guys, it just all vanishes from their life. And it's far more socially acceptable for a woman to be touchy-feely and expressive than for a man to be expressive. And I think most guys just have this craving for physical touch and warmth and affection. And in fact, of all the coaching clients and people I've ever dealt with this sort of stuff, every time a guy tells me it's like this, that his love language is physical touch, he sort of reveals it like it's this sort of revelation. And you always got to kind of laugh a little bit, because literally 97 to 98% of guys will say that their love language is physical touch. Physical touch is just above and beyond everything. And you can really see it in sort of, dating, and just the little interactions between men and women. It's, that playful slap on the guy's arm that some girl gives. He experiences it on his forearm like some sort of electrical contact almost, like it's a magnified thing. So for most men, the only way they get by far the majority of their physical contact and their physical intimacy with anyone is when they are having sex. That is how they get the physical closeness. That's how they get the physical touch. That's how they get the contact. So for a lot of guys, sex equals love, and love equals sex. The only person that they get sex from is the only person they experience as getting love from. So when that is the lesson they've learned, that is the thing that's in their head, sex equals love and love equals sex, that's why it starts becoming increasingly important. Because now, when they are asking for sex and they are seeking sex and they get rejected and they get shot down and told no, it's not just that they are being declined sex, often they feel like they are being declined love, which means a sexual rejection takes on a greater sense of importance in their mind, and it hurts. Because it's not just, no, you can't have sex, it's a withdrawal of love. It's not just, I don't want to have sex with you, but it also feels like I don't love you. And of course, the wife or girlfriend doing this may love him just fine and have no intention of sending that message, and often they're kind of sensitive to the fact that this is how he's interpreting it. But this is how he feels. And it can get really problematic in that when the sex and relationship starts declining for whatever reason, that he feels like he's investing into this relationship and doing what he needs to do, and is now getting absolutely nothing back. I'm not getting sex out of this relationship from this person that doesn't really love me. It's not even a question of are they in love with me, but do they even love me? And that's a really common question. Why can't she just lay on her back for 5 minutes and let me do what I want to do? Why can't I just have sex? Why can't she just do this so that I can feel human warmth and contact and feel loved? And you can really see it in this sort of dynamic, and the guys that now are starting to escalate their level of need in terms of what they need to be validated by her. Now, you can certainly see it on the guys that are super fixated on getting particular sexual acts that will demonstrate the level of love and interest and in love or validation that she has for him. It's the ones like, you know, I must get blowjobs to completion. If I don't get that at least once in a while, I don't feel loved. I don't feel secure in this relationship. I don't feel safe. I don't feel validated. I don't feel like my investment in what I do for her is valued. So it can have, I mean, it can be something that they're sexually interested in, but it often carries this greater dynamic attached to it, which makes it so powerful and such a fixation. And then, of course, she can feel like the only thing he wants me for is sex. But having watched this video, you can see that it's now far more than that. It's not just that he wants sex, he wants love. And for him, the having sex is an expression of love for her. So it just has this much greater dynamic. And of course, if she only feels like he is trying to get sex and that's the only thing he wants, and if he is mad and hurt and upset when he doesn't get it, that's also part of the reason the wife starts pulling back more, because if she lets him kiss her or hug her or hold him, he's always trying to escalate it further towards having sex. And if she's just not in the mood, doesn't want it, she's going to be a little bit avoidant of that. So the problem can be, you know, slowly get worse and worse, and that now she's avoiding even the minimal amount of physical affection she was doing. Now she's not kissing him, now she's not hugging him, now she's not holding hands, and that just hurts him more and more and more. So the answer, why is everything about sex to guys? Well, because for a lot of them, that's the only way they feel that they can get anything. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to come back in probably a day or two, and I want to do a video about why, for women, sex and love can often feel oppositional, above and beyond everything we talked about here. So that's about it. Please like, share, comment, and most importantly, please subscribe on YouTube, and I will talk to you tomorrow.